By late 1941, the strategic horizon for Nazi Germany had darkened. The entry of the United States into the conflict brought with it the terrifying industrial might of the American 8th Air Force. While the Luftwaffe was still achieving victories on the Eastern Front, the writing was on the wall. The era of German air superiority was drawing to a close. In our timeline, the response was reactive and fragmented. But what if Adolf Hitler had recognized this danger early? What if he had prioritized the development of a unified, high-performance mobile anti-aircraft system? This is the story of the Kugelblitz on the Panzer V chassis, the weapon that could have reclaimed the skies of Europe. In this alternate history, instead of pouring resources into a wide array of experimental vehicles, German industry pivots to the Panther, the Panzer V, as the universal heavy-medium platform. The most lethal variant to emerge from this pivot is the Kugelblitz, or ball lightning. While in our history the Kugelblitz was built on the aging Panzer IV chassis, mounting it on the powerful Panzer V chassis transforms it into a world beater. The Kugelblitz turret featured twin 30mm Mk103 autocannons. These weren't ordinary anti-aircraft guns. They were high-velocity monsters capable of a combined rate of fire of nearly 900 rounds per minute. A single hit from a 30mm mine shell could tear the wing off a Soviet Il-2 or an American P-47 Thunderbolt. But the ambition doesn't stop there. As the war intensifies, the Germans introduce the heavy Kugelblitz, a Panther chassis mounting the Gerät 58, a massive 55mm autocannon. This weapon featured a specialized radar link and an automatic loader, allowing it to engage high-altitude bombers and heavy ground targets with terrifying precision. By the summer of 1943, this program reaches fruition. As Operation Citadel, the Battle of Kursk launches, the German spearheads are supported by hundreds of Panzer V Kugelblitz units. The impact is immediate. Soviet Stormovik ground attack aircraft find themselves flying into a wall of 30mm steel. Entire squadrons are erased in minutes. Even more devastating is the Kugelblitz's secondary role. When the Soviet Red Army launches its signature mass human wave attacks, the Kugelblitz turrets traverse toward the horizon. The twin 30mm cannons act like a giant scythe. The human waves are not just stopped, they are disintegrated. The Panther's mobility and sloped armor allow it to operate in the thick of the fighting, providing mobile fire support the infantry had never seen before. Fast forward to June 1944. In our history, the Allied invasion of Normandy was supported by total air supremacy. But in this timeline, the Germans have over 1,000 Kugelblitz variants stationed behind the Atlantic Wall. As the Allied Typhoons and Mustangs dive to strafe the German reinforcements, they find the sky filled with a dense lattice of tracer fire. The Kugelblitz units, hidden in tree lines, turn the Norman hedgerows into a graveyard for Allied pilots. On the ground, the 55mm variants prove to be Sherman killers, their high-velocity shells piercing Allied medium tanks with ease. The Kugelblitz on the Panzer V chassis transforms the German army from a force pinned down by air power into a mobile, lethal predator that owns both the earth and the sky. In this version of World War II, the 11th Hour defense of the Reich is a fierce, high-tech counter-air campaign. While the industrial weight of the Allies might still be overwhelming, the cost of victory in the air becomes almost too high to bear. The Kugelblitz represents the ultimate what-if of German military engineering, a marriage of a superior chassis and devastating firepower that was simply produced too late to matter. Next time on the 11th Hour, World War II, we look at the America bomber, Hitler's plan to strike New York. Subscribe to join the archive and discover the history that almost was. Thank you for joining us in the 11th Hour.